Hello everyone, and welcome back to 3-2 Brew. This week I will be taking a mono black for a run through the Premodern League, so let's see how it goes. This opening hand is a bit sketchy, but I don't hate it, so I'll see if I can get a curve going here. This is my first time playing with a microphone, so I apologize if my commentary is not 100% great. So, wow, Reef Shaman. Play that in my Merfolk EDH deck. I love to see it. See what we're working with over there. Winter Orb and gosh, oof, we're gonna have to take Winter Orb here, I think. I like this, so this is spicy. You don't see this every day. We got a smother lined up for the Lord Von Alantis. Beast. Heading in for some no damage there. Interesting. Okay. That's fine, nothing wrong with that. Let's see what we can draw into. Another hippie. Take that, and I'm gonna main face. We get got by a daze, we get got by a daze. Very nice. Waterfront Bouncer. Okay. Let's. I don't hate Mesmeric Fiend into Sarcomancy. The issue there is the bounce. Hit them with a little Mesmeric Fiend though, see if they want to spend this gush or not. I got a double gush. Wow. There's worse things to have in this. I'll stick a Sarcomancy out there. If it starts burning me down, it starts burning me down, but we'll see how it runs. Yeah, they spent their gush. Yeah, this deck's been a really interesting one. I had played something kind of similar when I was just getting into Premodern. I've only played one in-person tournament, and I brought a mono black budget deck. It was definitely different than this. The Sarcomancies are a new addition, and I was running a much more low to the ground aggro build than this, even though this started pretty low to the ground. That winter really hurts. Well, that's fine. Try to get in when we get in. Okay, they're gonna try and landlock me here. It's fine. Stick a Volrash stronghold out there. Get in with this zombie. Okay. We got one of their gushes, and they could always bounce it with Waterfront Bouncer, but we'll just see how this works out for them. It was a really nasty run they had. They got a gush. Trying to just straight up do a landlock here. Much respect for that. Really tough against me. I got a heavy devotion deck. Untap the swamp. Okay. Okay, becomes a land of their choice until the turn. Island. Let's invest. If we invest in a hippie, it's going to really put us out of a lot of reasons. Start with the zombie token, actually. Let's get in with this. I'm going to get in with the fiend as well. Let's see if they want to put anything up. I'd like to see that waterfront get out of here. Okay, they don't want to do anything? That's fine. Same with Antuco Shade down. Thanks so much. Yep, gonna run that fiend back to hand. That makes sense. I could get a kill spell in for this waterfront bouncer. Things will be looking a lot nicer. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to do that. Got a double landlock, so we're only gonna have one black source off the jump here. Tap a swamp. Okay. If they want to go after the Volrash stronghold again or not. Be kind of interesting if they do. Okay. Probably becomes probably an island. Another swamp. I'm gonna leave that and just let this run. I'm gonna beat into them, see how it works out here. They want to line up that waterfront bouncer, they can. Bouncing that token would be pretty ugly. I'll trade a shade for that 100%. Yeah, okay, they want to put the shade back in hand. That's fine. We're getting in for 2 with the zombie, which is not non-zero. See what they're working with over there. All lands. Okay, fantastic. If we can find ourselves a kill spell, life will be looking a lot better. Cycling that Lonely Sandbar into another card. I really like this Merfolk deck, though. I haven't seen this played at all, and I'm a huge fan of it. Wasteland, Stronghold, that's fine. I'm not seeing a ton of kill spells coming out of Tap a Swamp. Have that. Okay, have the other one as well. I'm fine with them continuing to put its shields down. No complaints from me. Get in with the board. I mean, they can always bounce this token. They played out enough. Finally, that zombie token disappears. Get in for one. I'm on a 20 turn clock with this Sarcomancy now. I don't have any other zombie support for it, sadly. But it is what it is, I guess. Another wasteland. Interesting. Okay, they don't want to burn it, and that's fine. Got myself a swamp. Okay, Sarcomancy gets me for 1. Lose a swamp. Okay. I kind of want to see them commit that wasteland now. I like how that looks. If that's something they're interested in, go ahead. No issues with me. Okay. Yeah, they had a good block there, unfortunate. That is a bit of an issue, but it's not a huge one. We got us locked down pretty well, sadly, right now. I could go Dark Ritual into Hippie or 2 into Nantuko, and I'm just going to leave it at too much. See how they want to play us on an orb. Another reef. Ooh, that's tough. I only got 6 kill spells in this deck. Post board, I should be looking a lot better with Archimancy's a tough one. This waterfront bouncer is a real issue, to be honest with you. Really leaning into it here. Okay. I'm gonna pass through that. I'm going to drop in. I'm gonna drop in a Dark Ritual. See if they got anything. Plunk down a Hippie. Tap 2 and plunk down a Shade. Might have been smarter to go for the other Hippie, but I like to try and keep as many lands as I can underneath this Winter Orb. Yeah, let him spend it on the Hippie, send it back to hand. That's fine with me. They want to dance with this. And 2 crochet back to hand as well, that's fine. But I just want to put some resources down on their end. Tap a swamp. Okay. Archimancy might get me. I'm going to stay here in front of that. Okay. Have any kind of swamp for this. It's fine. Should be able to get through on just about everything with that. Factory, no complaints from me. Oh, I didn't even realize that Waterfront Bouncer forces a discard as well, so get their hand a bit more, be able to get something. Okay, they got a full grip there. Untap that swamp. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I'll let them have the factory. Not too bothered by that right. Takes their eyes off of 2 of these swamps for a turn as well. Means I'll be able to deploy something. I don't hate investing in therapy here. The more of their hand I can chew down is always an upside for me. I'm going to name. They already spent 2 gush. I doubt they have another one. I'll toss gush in. Gush. See how this looks. Counterspell. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get it and rumble with the Zuko Shade. Let's see what they want to do about this. I'll trade that all day. Gladly. And then let me flash back this therapy. And let me counterspell. I don't know if that was the right play, to be frank with you. We got the factory on defense. You know, they're going to be able to tap down 3 of these swamps, so I'll pretty much, unless they don't do that. Looks like they're trying to keep us landlocked pretty heavy here. They got at least 1 basic in their hand. Archimancy's putting in work on me, wants to hear in front about that. Okay, they want to put the factory back to sleep. Fine. It means this turn I'm going to be able to get in at least 1 hippie into play. And hopefully we can start getting some beats in. Dark Ritual off the top will give us a lot more rank. Alright. We'll run the hippie out onto this. See how it turns out for us. Oh, I shouldn't have tapped that stupidly. Should have left that assembly worker up. Sorry, Mission Factory up. They have a counterspell. Wow. Scooped it up. Really? Interesting. Was not ready for that, to be frank. Engineer Plague here, an absolute house. I like Plague Spitter a lot against this, which means I'm going to snatch out a Mesmeric Fiend. Masticore's in the maybe board. Negator gets a bounce. I don't think Diabolic Edict gets as much run here, but I'm gonna bring in. Sorry, on the wrong. I'm gonna bring in 2 Smothers, or 1 Smother, 1 Vendetta. I like Engineer Plague. Withered Wretch, they don't seem like they're using too much of their board over there. Plague Spitter eats up a lot of their 1/1s. I guess I can bring 1 more of these back in. Mastercore is not non-zero. I do like it. It can win the game. I'll leave that over here. I'm going to take out 2 Mesmeric Fiend. Probably 4 Sarcomancies as well, due to the fact that if I can't get something like Drinker or Sorrow down, you see that slow drain starting to happen. So I'm going to slide that in here. So they got their first Nightmare match. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to run with the 3 Plague in, 4 Spitter in, leaving 1 of the Edicts so this card didn't actually come in. Bringing a Masticore, taking out 2 Fiends. 4 Fiends, 4 Sarcomancy. I guess we could cut. I'm going to cut a Horror as well, just because it's a bit of a Namba. Actually, I'm going to leave the Horror. I'm going to cut the Shade, do the Devotion. It's a bit of a Namba with Plague Spitter. Really tough hand. I'm gonna have to mulligan this. One black source and I took in here. This is a bit sketchy, but I'll keep it and I will bottom. I'm gonna bottom Stealthy Slayer or Spectre. I'm gonna do Slayer. I don't think they have much of an answer to a hippie, to be frank. Island and Important. Important's an awesome card. I love it seeing more play recently. You're really happy to see Black Swords off the top here. What they do. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to their see how it goes. They have a daze, they have a daze. Yeah, they have a daze. Very nice. Alright, still a 1-for-1. No complaints here. I'll take that all day, every day on. Lets them back a turn, lets me set up a smother. Ooh, run them right into a duress as well. Man, coming up wheelhouse here. 3 duress, 3 cabal therapy in the deck. Daze and a foil, winter orb. They don't really have much going on. What's foil? I'd rather them not have. Daze or foil here. They have an extra orb to pitch, so that doesn't really. Daze is easier to play around. Take that. Okay. They got a port, so they can put me down on some mana at least. If that's what they're trying to do, restrict me. Island. Okay. Got a Lord of Land. They do have a daze, but I can play around it here. Drop in another factory. Hit them with a main phase smother. Okay. I'll take it. Get that. Could either hippie or plague spitter out next turn, depending on what kind of mana we get set up. If not, I'll just go into factory beats. Oh man. I'm not gonna go factory yet. I'm gonna get a plague spitter, or at least try to resolve a plague spitter here. See how this goes. You got a counterspell for it? Oh, they gushed. Okay. Take him for a counterspell. It resolves. Oof. Gonna port me down. Fair move, fair move. Well, I like how this one's going in my favor currently, but we'll see. We got 2 islands and just got off a gush. Just toss down one of these. Tap a swamp. Fine with me. Plague Spitter gets to do a little bit of work here. Bullrash Stronghold. Okay. See, this is the nombo I was talking about. Plague Spitter and Horror, so we're gonna have to just Horror in there. Stronghold I have in this deck. I don't really know if it should be here. This put us to a 25. Not really that great. 25 to 75 for colorless versus colored source. I don't personally love it, but I'm taking what I got with it essentially. Hoping for the upside with it, I guess I should say. Man, this is gonna get really nasty if they have it. They can't hold up your counter spell rate. It's really nasty for them. I'm gonna hit them with a little dark ritual. Hippie. If they want to waste me in response, I will float them. Holding up days. They got a full grip and they got ways to store that grip essentially. So we'll see how this works out. They had a foil. Fetch the other winter orb. Okay, that's gonna happen. Can't win them all, sadly. They're gonna want to probably hit that. Oh, they hit the factory. Fair enough, fair enough. Start working through them. I guess the only card we know in their grip anymore is Days, and now we don't. The islands are all back in play. Back a swamp. Port the swamp. Totally fine with me. Don't have much to do. Next turn I will snap off that dark ritual. Put the maybe I will. See how it goes. Place spitter sort of taking the wasteland. Man, they are finding their full grip, aren't they? That's fine with me. They can port the swamp, no complaints. Even waste. Get in with Plague Spitter. I'd like to find another black source. If I can find another black source, we can get the Slayer in potentially and have enough mana. 2 days if possible. I don't really know if it's going to be really pertinent or not. They don't tap the port. Maybe they got some action here. They do. Very nice. Well, I get a turn here. I'm gonna tap with a gonna hit them. Too. Tough one. I don't know if I like Hippie more. If I like Player more, to be honest. You know, I could save this black sword and just try to put down a Dolphy Horror like that. Let's try that out. Okay. I was seeing if they're gonna put the days on that. That's fair. I got no issues with that. Black sources will come. They got resource denial. I tripped them down pretty well. Okay, 1/1. At least everything in my hand has evasion. Favorite parts about this deck. The port's still down as well. So depending on what I get here. Alright. One card in hand. Let's gamble here. See if they have a days or not. Could have a mana leak, I guess, as well. See, is it a gush? That would be crazy. Ooh. Wow. Great match. Super fun. Love to play against that. I thought they were really going to get me there or not. Appreciate you guys tuning in. That was a great way to kick off the league.